What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I can't believe this story slipped between the cracks. And I know a lot of you probably saw it or heard of it, and since many of my viewers are pretty well informed, because, well, obviously, just kidding. Since many of you are obviously very well informed already, you may have seen the story and said, ha, knew it, or ha, obvious. But it wasn't picked up by nearly any major gaming news websites that I could find, and I think it's important that the word gets spread. So if after this you find it interesting, please make sure that you drop a like on the video, leave a comment, and consider sharing it out on Twitter, Facebook, or Minds.com, because we have confirmation here of some really shady stuff going on between video game developers and YouTubers or influencers, for example, and it's not getting a ton of coverage. This article came out a week ago, and I just saw Young Yak cover it last night, and nobody was really interested in that video. I can't figure out why. This seems like huge news to me. Maybe I'm just out of touch. An FTC panel reveals troubling relationship between streamers and lootbox creators. Now, if you'll remember, a lot of the CSGO Lotto and CSGO Skins stuff back in the day between, what is that one YouTube? I can't think of that YouTuber's name. Should be in jail, but I don't think he ever got in any real trouble for it. Basically inflating the odds of loot boxes for streamers in particular, and doing so when they're offered money. Now, obviously, not all YouTubers or streamers are going to take advantage of this, and just because a YouTuber or a streamer is doing an ad for something doesn't mean that they're a part of this, or they even know that it might be going on. But I think it's important that people know that we've got, you know, very, very strong evidence here that it could go on. So if you see somebody opening up loot boxes or something like that on Twitch or on YouTube, I think it's right to be suspicious. And as somebody who advertises just about anyone who will come his way, I can honestly say I've never been told to, hey, specifically open up loot boxes or something like that in our mobile game or in our video game. And if I was, I definitely wouldn't do it after seeing this. Content creator says publisher once offered to misrepresent the odds of winning to his viewers. In a remarkable exchange today in DC, the leader of a major management company for YouTube and Twitch celebrities said that video game publisher has approached his clients to willfully represent how loot boxes work. Ahmed Dariani, CEO of Online Performers Group, also expressed frustration with online video platforms regarding required disclosure of paid advertisements during live streams. I can't imagine why somebody would want to have any problem with disclosing this. This is absurd to me. At the very least, do what I do, where you say, hey, this thing is sponsored by or whatever. Be clear about it. I don't see any value at all in like going on your way to hide it. I get that it might provide some specter of disbelief, but so what? That's your trust of your viewer that you're dealing with. And without that, you're not going to have much of an audience left to promote something to anyway. He goes on, the remarks were made today in a broadcast live online during a day-long loot box workshop hosted by the FTC. He was invited to participate in the first panel of the day. And his organization represents dozens of content creators, including Jose Angry Joe, Major League Baseball pitcher Trevor May. You can look at our clients. Many of these people I don't really recognize. That doesn't mean they're not gigantic. Obviously, I know Joe. I don't think Joe would ever take part in anything like this at all. You know, that's just the way it is. But you see lots of streamers here that they represent. People that you may know, people that, you know, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of streamers. So, you know, well, Sweet Anita, I think I recognize her from some cringe comps or something like that. Dodger, you know, again, none of these people are implicated at all. So just to be clear, including Angry Joe and Trevor May. During a question and answer period, Dariani was asked by the FTC's Brittany Frassetto about the nature of disclosures his clients must make during their streams. Based on your expertise, do video game publishers pay these content creators to open loot boxes? Do they pay for the loot boxes? And if so, do they at times give them better odds than the public at large? And how much of that is disclosed? Quote, companies do pay for that sort of thing, of course, it's pretty uncommon for it to be specifically be, hey, just open a bunch of loot boxes, but we definitely see that. I've definitely been in a room where a publisher said, quote, we could do better odds on the packs if this person opens for promotional purposes. That's only been one time. Yeah, just to this one agency, of course. Opening video game loot boxes live online is a popular pastime for some content creators. Here's something I thought about. As somebody who played Magic the Gathering for a long amount of time, and I've even done some videos where it's like, you know, Hearthstone comes out with a new set, so it's like opening 1,000 Hearthstone packs. Now, the question becomes, is there any temptation to increase the odds if it's Asmongold or if it's Reynad or it's, you know, Mitch Jones or somebody, you know, or, you know, big streamer? Maybe. Do I think Blizzard needs to do that? Probably not. I think that this type of thing probably goes on in the more gray areas of video games and loot boxes and things like that, but who knows? I've done large pack openings. It makes me think about one thing, you know, as I'm going to hang out with Dankula in a day, we'll be playing some Magic the Gathering, and, you know, Magic packs are essentially loot boxes as well, except for in real life. And there are a lot of people pushing Magic Arena and opening a lot of packs there. And since there's such a huge cash value attached to Magic the Gathering cards, it's a wonder if they even load the packs there if they're going for promotional reasons. There's always been this rumor, this theory that Magic the Gathering has pre-release events. And at pre-release events, it's always been a joke like, haha, these packs are loaded. Maybe they even are. Maybe they are to get people to go out and buy booster boxes and more packs after they attend a pre-release event. Who knows? Anyway, content creators very often open the loot boxes because audiences really enjoy that. It's exciting, right? You don't know what's going to come out. You don't know if they're going to get really rare stuff. And hey, I don't have thousands of dollars to spend buying my own loot boxes, so I can watch someone else do it and live vicariously through them. Later in the exchange, Dariani expressed dismay over the inadequacy of platforms like Twitch to enforce stricter disclosure standards. Oh, okay, good. It's good to hear that they are pushing for that, not against it. A single live stream may last for hours, and he said that it's cumbersome for the host to continually remind viewers that might be joining midstream that they're watching sponsored content. He expressed surprise that the platforms like Twitch don't already require proactive measures, not unlike age gates, to ensure that sponsorships are made clear from someone else elects to tune in to the live stream. At this time, he said the streamers are very proud of their sponsorships and disinclined to hide them. Yeah, I mean, most of the time when you get a sponsor, you're happy to disclose them, but this is pretty creepy. This is creepy stuff where, you know, again, I've been in a room where publishers said we could do better odds on the packs if the person opens them for promotional purposes. This is somebody who gets deals done for YouTubers. And I, for one, am going to be very careful about anybody who approaches me and asks me to open up loot boxes. I've never been asked to do that, but certainly I've seen loads of streams with that. FTC panel on loot boxes reveals streamer favoritism. The loot box workshop was full of enlightening information, to say the least. During the workshop, so Brittany Frassetto, FTC, questioned, okay, do loot box... Okay, this is basically just re-putting the exact same article. So while it doesn't happen as often as you might guess, it's still a very real phenomenon. Dariani expressed frustration over the fact that some streaming platforms like Twitch don't require streamers to disclose. Why not just have a checkbox? I know YouTube has a very simple little checkbox on the videos that you can do, includes paid promotion if you so choose. I feel like, all right, well, I'm saying it's promoted, so it's not that big of a deal. But, you know, Twitch seems like they could do that. What's really interesting to me about it, he said, is that they're not ashamed to admit that they're being paid for these things. In fact, it's actually a benefit to them. A lot of cases say, look, EA is recognizing that my content has value. They're paying me. They're supporting my channel because the work that we've done, that the community that we've grown together with our audience. These big companies are involved now, and for that, for many people, can be a source of validation and a sign of growth, a badge of honor. It's certainly food for thought. So while it doesn't happen as often as you might guess, it's still a very real phenomenon. for certain products, noting that many streamers are actually proud of getting paid. You know, I don't know. I just feel like maybe there's two schools of the video game content creators. I'm not sure I would ever take a sponsorship from EA. It would have to be, I don't know. I guess I would be really conflicted. That's why I take basically whoever comes my way, because I feel like, man, if EA came to me and was like, hey, we want you to be in the EA Game Changers program, I just don't think that I'd ever want to do that. People that are proud of it, I suppose, no shame, as long as you are forthcoming about it. But we've seen stories where, at least allegedly, people were removed from the EA Game Changers program for ever speaking ill will. There was GGG-Man Lives, I think, a YouTuber who, if I'm remembering this correct, was in the program, but then, you know, negatively reviewed an EA game and then magically was removed from the program. There was a lot of confusion around that, so I'm not sure I'd ever want to be involved with a big company, but it's interesting to see some admission that developers are offering better odds to streamers and influencers. Be very careful when you're watching these type of streamers or before you spend money in a game, especially if it's sponsored. And definitely take a minute to share this video around so people know that there's some scummy stuff going on between video game publishers and video game influencers at times. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.